All right, well, all this week, as you know, New York City has been hosting the Republican National Convention. And I got to tell you, I've been here. It's been an amazing event. It has dominated the news. It's really affected life in this city. If you live in New York, you've noticed everything that's been going on, how the city's been changed by the Republican National Convention. So I thought we'd take just a couple of minutes to talk about the convention in a little piece we're calling Convention Madness. How long was that going to go on for? At rehearsal, they just went away. Now that the cameras work, they're staying for extra camera time. All right. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Cue cards. First of all, with all the Republicans in town, a lot of local businesses here in New York have been doing their best to pull in Republican customers to make extra money. And some businesses, check this out, have even gone so far as to change their own name to appeal to Republicans. Just to make more money, that's right. There's the popular Irish bar PJ McStraightSex. Just to get some people in there. There's the Greek sandwich restaurant 4 More Euros right there. It's a good sandwich when you get a 4 more euro. And check this out. The Kerry really blew it when he agreed with Bush about invading Iraq, and the guys in those Swift Boat commercials seem pretty believable too. Snack shop. People just, you know, step in. Helps. Now, the convention protests this week have been mostly peaceful, but there have been a couple of instances where things got violent. That's right, there was a fire on 34th Street. Yeah, that got ugly. There were massive arrests on 42nd Street, but nowhere did things get more out of hand than on Sesame Street. And it's sad to see that things really got crazy there. That's horrible. Is that Ernie or Bert that's naked and bleeding? That's Bert. Oh, a woman's like, that's Bert! Thank you for identifying. Well, he's got nothing to be ashamed of, that's for sure. Solves a mystery for me. All right. Vice President Dick Cheney spoke last night. He gave his big speech, and the crowd really liked his speech. They said that the content was very good. But I think what everyone really was going to remember was his entrance, Dick Cheney's entrance last night. Take a look. That is my favorite footage in a long time. Where did we get that footage? Love that footage. You know, there have been all kinds of anti-Republican protesters at the convention this week, but some are better at getting their messages across than others. One group of protesters that are often completely misunderstood, no one gets them, are the sarcastic protesters. Take a look.
We should so totally vote for Bush. We should so totally vote for Bush. He's my hero.
Guys, get in here. Where were you, hippie? I said, stick around. If a joke bombs, I might need you. Not for the joke bomb. You know, let's talk about the television coverage of the Republican convention. A lot of people say that the mainstream media is liberal. And after watching coverage of the Republican convention this week, I kind of believe it. I think this media liberalism even trickles all the way down to the people who actually type out the closed captioning. Yeah, take a look at this clip from First Lady Laura Bush's speech. You'll see what I'm talking about.
George and I grew up in West Texas, where the sky seems endless, and so do the possibilities. He brings that optimism, that sense of purpose, that certainty that a better day is before us, to his job every day. And with your help, he'll do it for 4 more years.
That's not right. Okay, at the Democratic Convention in July, we got to hear from the Kerry girls, right? We heard from the Kerry's daughters. On Tuesday night, the Bush twins took the stage, but there are 2 more young women campaigning for their father this election year. No one's heard from them. That's going to change right now. Please welcome, in their first television appearance, the Nader girls.
Thank you. When Peggy and I think about our father,
That is rough. That is rough. Well, the convention has really captured a lot of New Yorkers' imaginations, including the imagination of our own announcer, Joel Goddard. In fact, Joel has come up with some fun trivia about the convention that he'd like to share with us. Let's listen to him now.
That's right, Conan. For example, did you know that George Bush needed 1,255 delegates to secure his nomination?
Really? 1,255. That's interesting.
That's right. That's the same number of men my wife can satisfy at Bike Week in Daytona.
I didn't know that, Joel.
Also, did you know that from gavel to gavel, the convention lasted 85 hours? That's 4 hours longer than my parents kept me.
That's very sad, Joel.
And did you know that Madison Square Garden has more than 45 bathroom stalls?
Okay, Joel, that's not really a convention fact.
And I'm proud to say I've woken up in every one of them.
That's great. Joel Goddard, everybody. All right, now I'm just getting word that Brian, the late-night writer posing as a correspondent, has finally gotten himself into the actual convention. Brian, are you there?
I sure am, Conan. I am at the convention.
Okay, that's great, Brian. Do you see any VIPs you could grab an interview with?
Yeah, here. Let's talk to Mr. Spock.
Okay, Brian, I specifically said to go to the Republican National Convention. You went to a Star Trek convention.
That's exactly right.
Okay, Brian, why would you do that?
Because I'm still a douchebag?
That's right, Brian.
Woo, it's another coup for late night.
Very nice. Guys, get in here. We'll take a break and, where's that hippie? Where's that hippie?